Okay, hello. I'm gonna be changing the style from now on because the videos I have made are quite shit, and I'm just gonna be drawing as I'm saying what I think alongside this, and reviewing track by track, and I guess drawing the titles alongside it. So, shit. Okay. Oh yeah, no more voice filters. That's two. Track one, show prelude. Now, I really dig the annoying flutes and the sounds that sound like zapping going all around my ears. I really wish there were a bass line though, but it's a nice sound collage either way. Though it gets very quiet. Did I say this already? I dig the whispering. I dig the whispering, but I can't understand all the words. It sets the mood though. 6.5 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. 10. 6.5 out of 10. God, this guy plays Ontian. He looks really like confused in the cover art. He's like, huh? Anyway, okay, track. The stupid rectangle I keep putting. Okay, track 2. Cold, refreshing glass of ginger ale. The vocals paired with the super happy synthesizers sound so niche. It's like hashtag nichecore. Anyway, I started bopping my head when I started listening to this. And as soon as the song started, I noticed there was a very nice organ that reminds me of the feeling of being some dumbass running back and forth in the backyard and tripping on a rock, but continuing to cause mischief. Still, I can't tell what most of the words say, but it's a banger either way. I give the track a 8.7 out of 10. By the way, I'm not that good at commentary, so I feel like if you're gonna be watching a review about such a niche album, I think you should get your ass and actually listen to the album for yourself too, even if it's like kind of uncomfortable to listen to because it's hashtag niche, like hashtag nichecore. Anyway, on to track 3. Track 3. Track 3. Pink. Yacht. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yacht tear gas in the night sky. Oh god, my handwriting. That's horrible. Anyway, the beginning is scary and a lot more loud than the first 2 tracks. I don't know how to feel. Holy shit! That fucking loud keyboard! Turn it down! It got too loud! This one is actually overwhelming, but I appreciate the reverse, like just the little bits of reverse instruments. What to see? It kind of seems like a melody and flutes. Yeah, the super loud keyboards in the middle were too much. Though I picked up my headphones out of pure shock. Pure shock. Fuck. Why did you do this to me? Why did you make it so fucking loud on this song? It made it really hard to enjoy it. I'm sorry. The song is a 3 out of 10. I am very sorry, but I couldn't like it too much. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. Fuck, what the fuck? Well, let me erase this correctly. Okay. Track 4. Wait. Oh, that's a futuristic 4, if I ever saw one. Such a wardrobe improvement. Imagine just looking down at your dick and going like, such a wardrobe improvement. What the fuck am I talking about? Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, I really wish I could understand the lyrics more. I dig the instrumental though, especially with that annoying but brilliant choice of the gated synth. Or should I say, the goated gated synth. Then this horrific sounding dissonant melody comes in, really setting the mood. We had once after the previous track took me out. Though my problem is, the song is too loud though, in comparison to the first 2. Despite the problems, I have this... I think this is still a head bop, and it resolves very nicely. I give this a 8.5 out of 10. I bet you recognize that ranking. No, you fucking don't. I did an 8.7 last time. I used 8. Okay. Track 5. I'll craft myself a paper hat. The dialogue in the beginning feels so simple, but just kind of unsettling, but funny at the same time. It kind of just reminds me of weird stuff you would find if you just keep watching stuff with like 0 views, and then you still click on it. And if it's like music, it can either be the worst shit, the best shit, or what am I listening to? What? Now, the instrumental is super quiet. I love the delivery when he says, "Why not?" in the song, because there's like dialogue for some reason. This is surely surreal. Funny dialogue, but not much going on. I give this track a 5.5 out of 10. I understand that like a lot of this album is kind of based off of gimmicky sounds and sometimes less like song structure. Is that mean to say? I like this. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, track 6, alternative mix of TLWHWTAD. I don't know what that stands for. Oh my god, I'm so sorry if my mic picked up that. Holy shit. I very feel like the sounds I hear sound like a telephone and vibraphone tweaking. I still can't understand the vocals here. Unlike the last one under then Ginger Ale and Love at First Sight. What? What? Sorry. There's a very conventional groove after the spoken word part. I like the drums. I like the guitars, and I like the brash, like, just clashing with all these, like, atonal melodies. I really like shit like that. And, like, some of these melodies sound very melodic on their own, but paired together are difficult, but actually not that bad at the same time, though it feels very unfocused where it wants to go. So, the song gets a 7 out of 10. It's also one of the better ones from the first few I've reviewed. What track are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what? Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, number 7. A coven in the woods. It's very normal sounding when the intro. It's a nice progression. Though, this reminds me of a pirate trying to find a purpose in his life after getting exiled from his gang. The vocals could be cool with some reverb, but they fit already. They fit alrighty. I really like the organ and the reverse instruments that sound like a DIY version of the song by Boards of Canada called A is to B as B is to C. It feels very ambient without things such... Yeah, no, he managed to make this still sound ambient without any reverb, which is kind of impressive. Or just a different world. I could just get sucked in. Though it does get a little repetitive, though. Until the outro. 8 out of 10. Okay. Track 8. The plagues. Oh god, like, those harmonicas are super high frequency in the start. It also feels very Bowl of Heaven, like, the deep vocals in the song. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about the groaning. I dig the random melody that sounds like it's in a blues scale, but I feel like it definitely fits the vibe of Surreal sounds. This one reminds me of Mirthbow, even though I don't really listen to him. Very, very tense organ without... Like, it has a very tense organ. It's also kind of... Because Playsauntian does not really timestamp sometimes. I don't know. I couldn't tell where it ended, but though I feel like this song isn't really too much. 5 out of 10. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to dog on your shit, Playsauntian. And also, I'm not saying shit in a bad way, I just say shit in general. Okay, now, the track was this song ever... God, why? Okay, I need to pay attention to my trolling. Because it's being really bad. Was this song ever in style? Which my answer is, I think so. Just kidding. The ghost vocals remind me of something begging to be set free. I very much dig the vibraphones. Here, I feel like the brass fits... Okay, I very much dig the vibraphones here. I feel like the brass fits other than when it starts moving back and forth between two half sets. I like the drums, though, and the random dialogue, but it feels like all these sounds could have been connected so much better. I think it's a nice microtonal vibraphone. I think that's what it is. I think at the end, though, I can't tell where the story's going when I was listening to this, and I still can't. Sorry. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Oh, we still have quite a bit of songs left. Okay. Now we got How Did We Meet? Oh, I really like the groove when the song starts. Very nice acoustic and like honky-tonk piano. And vocals paired with this. Very groovy and more melodic than a lot of this album. And the dissonance and disorganized sounds sound so much more connected together here. I was popping my head to this one. Though the thing that makes me really feel like this ain't too much for me is the fact that this track sounds very distant from the title being Surreal Sounds, but I really dig this one. I meant to say, I felt like this track is very distant from the original idea of Surreal Sounds, but I still dig it. I give it a 8.5 out of 10. Now you've seen that number more than once. 8.5. Now you've seen it more. You've seen it more than once. Like, this is you right now after realizing that. You're like, oh shit, 8.5? I know that number now. I'll be dreaming of 8.5. I'll be dreaming of 8.5. You mentioned that number enough times, and I will probably remember that number. And then my whole body is gonna get consumed by 8.5 because it's just that impactful. Such a number that's like just even on the first and then odd on the second. Very, very intriguing. Okay, anyway. Next track. I need to stop chewing gum while doing this. It's making me feel like I'm gonna fucking burp. Holy shit. Anyway. Next track. Federal Acid. On acid. The groove here goes really fucking hard. And the keyboard is awesome. And I dig the vocals here. It reminds me of early Lemon Demon. Though this feels like a family sing-together song. But it wouldn't work because the only proposing of the idea is... It just feels like a family sing-together song. And this just sounds like a group of dudes trying to seduce people on the street. And always failing, but they still have faith in themselves to reach their goal. But they end up losing more and more faith in themselves to the point that they start whispering. Like in the Astro track, they go from like singing together to just whispering. That's a great track. 8.6 out of 10. Anyway, now, we're getting close to the end. We're getting close to the end. Now, show, prelude, reprise. Now, I take the random reverse sound. It's making me excited for what's coming, and the instrumental with these flutes feel very, very much more tribal than the rest of the album. The drums make this feel so much more claustrophobic, but in an awesome way. It reminds me of the most tightest and most ancient... most tightest and most anxious ambient songs. Anxious! It reminds me of the most tight and anxious songs off of selected ambient works 85 through 92. And the transition to the last song was so seamless that I didn't even realize it ended. 8 out of 10. Damn, I'm fucking fangirling? What? Okay. The original. Keyword, original. Weirdo. Now, the piano is very well done and pleasant. After everything, the vocals are a lot easier to hear here. This reminds me of outsider music with it being stripped back and being super DIY. It reminds me of Daniel Johnston trying to make a story. The ambience is really good, especially in stereo mode, making it feel like the world is about to swallow itself in one bite. Very beautiful. Then there's a moment of silence, which is then stopped by these sounds going all around my ear. Such as, like, footstep sounds being reversed or something like that. And crazy flutes and cool tribal drums in the middle. This outro feels a lot more like the original idea this album seems to give, but it feels like it has a place here after all. Ooh. This is the most beautiful... This is beautiful. 8.4 out of 10. Yeah, you thought I was gonna say 8. You thought I was gonna say 8.5. You thought I was gonna say 8.5, didn't you? You thought I was gonna say 8.5 because of the amount of times I said 8.5. It's like a disease. How many times I rank things with 8.5 on a, like, LP. Okay. So, now it's time for TV time. Okay, not TV time. Okay, main takeaways. So I didn't really feel like most of this was for me, but I really respect it, like how I do with any experimental music. Unless it's someone taking a shit in the toilet, and that's just being the entire song. And some of the songs really hit hard, with all the clashing melodies and grooves and reverse instrumentation. I would really recommend this to somebody who is very, very into DIY music. And it sometimes felt happy, but brain dead, and sometimes sinister. It was pretty good for what it does, but really much for me. It does pretty good for what it does, really much for also the disattached moments, but if we wanted to talk about my own taste, I would have much rather the disconnected sounds to be a bit more connected. At least rhythmically. I'm sorry. I gave so much attention to this. I gave so much attention to this album, but I gotta make a fair review. And I rank this album a 6.5 out of 10. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Playsauntian. I'm proud of you, because even though all my criticisms, this album's also still impressive, and also like a further improvement on your music, as usual. Anyway, goodbye. Bye.